You're watching 10 Tampa Bay.
It's 10 o'clock and the rain is pouring down right now on our studios here in St. Pete, right along Gandy Boulevard. We are under a weather impact alert to start your Saturday morning. You are watching 10 Tampa Bay News this morning. I'm Jenny Dean. We do have heavy rain moving all across the Tampa Bay area, and it could impact your weekend plans. So we need to get right over to meteorologist Mike Prangley, who's timing out today's storms for us. Mike, we have had some thunder rumbling, some lightning, and now really heavy rain here in St. Pete.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, thank you so much. As you join us this morning, Pinellas County deputies are investigating a domestic situation near Seminole. They tell us that a man is dead after a shooting at a home on Anchorage Circle. This all happened around 7 o'clock last night, and the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office says there was also a woman involved in this situation. Right now, she is recovering in the hospital, and her injuries are not life-threatening. We're working to get more information about exactly what happened, and we'll bring it to you as soon as we have it. Right now, a woman is in jail accused of pouring sulfuric acid on a man. This happened Thursday afternoon at a home in Newport Richey. Police say Chung Ying Hee called 911 admitting to what she did. Then when deputies arrived, they found the bedroom door barricaded and the man inside with life-threatening chemical burns. That man was airlifted to Tampa General in critical condition. Detectives say the evidence, including the purchase and use of chemicals, shows that the attack was planned. The woman, as you see there on your screen, was arrested and is now facing a charge of premeditated murder. Right now, authorities are not releasing how these two are related, but they did tell us that this was all in response to a domestic incident. And we've also learned that the suspect is in the middle of a divorce. All right, this morning, a man is wanted for attempted murder is off the streets after a multi-county chase ended in a crash. Deputies say 32-year-old Christopher Schultz was a passenger in a vehicle that took off from a traffic stop in Zephyr Hills. This was around 2 o'clock Friday afternoon. The chase ended in Lakeland when the car crashed near Highway 98 and Duff Road. That car hit two other cars before flipping. Schultz and two others were taken to the hospital. The driver was wanted on an outstanding warrant and is now facing new charges. Right now, a Hernando County man is in jail after deputies say he boarded a school bus and threatened the driver. Deputies say this man, Alvin Corley, got on the bus near Anderson Snow Road on Friday morning while students were being picked up. They say he refused to leave and then started cursing and at one point even threatened to go back and get a gun. Corley eventually left, but he was later arrested at his home in Spring Hill. He's charged with trespassing on school grounds and is being held on a $5,000 bond. Well, as we speak, 10 people are out of their homes after a lightning strike started a fire at their Palm Harbor apartments. This happened on Tarpon Woods Boulevard as storms moved through the area Friday morning. Our weather impact team, they looked back at the radar in that area, and it did show a lightning strike in that area at 10:47 a.m. Luckily, no one was hurt. While neighbors do suspect lightning, investigators are still going to do a full investigation to make sure that they have an official determination on the cause of that fire. Right now, the semi-truck driver accused of killing 3 people in a crash on Florida's Turnpike is back in Florida after being extradited from California on Friday. The video here shows the moment that a minivan hit that 18-wheeler while it was making an illegal U-turn. Officials say the suspect, Harjinder Singh, was in the country illegally at the time of the crash. Governor Ron DeSantis says he could face decades in prison. And California Governor Gavin Newsom has responded to that criticism, saying that Florida let him walk free, and California law enforcement arrested him days later. Well, a local lawmaker is now the head of the Republican National Committee. During Friday's meeting in Atlanta, State Senator Joe Gruters accepted the position. He's currently representing parts of Sarasota. Gruters previously chaired the Republican Party of Florida and is credited with increasing Florida's Republican voter majority. President Trump backed Gruters for that position. Well, developing this morning, the city of St. Pete says it will not fight the state's demand to remove 5 roadway murals. The order from Florida's Department of Transportation includes murals at USF's St. Pete campus near Childs Park and the Black History Matters mural in front of the Woodson African American Museum of Florida. There are also 2 rainbow murals that recognize the LGBTQ community. FDOT says it's removing street art statewide because it could be distracting to drivers. Some in the community say it's just not worth it to push back.
I don't want to.
Now, the murals have to be gone by September 4th, and St. Pete does expect to reimburse the state for the cost to remove those murals. An update this morning on repairs to Tropicana Field after Hurricane Milton shredded the roof. St. Pete Mayor Ken Welch says the first of 24 roof panels are now being installed. Sky 10 flew over the stadium Friday. You can see the blue netting is up, and that is to help workers prepare for installation. The stadium is expected to be ready by Ray's opening day next spring. Right now, the annual cupcake crawl is bringing smiles to hundreds of kids in foster care, even though heavy rain is moving through the area. Well, it's a free event that celebrates kids who miss out on birthday parties with games, cupcakes, and community support. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Asha Patel is live at El Lopez Park in Tampa. Asha, the soggy weather really isn't putting a damper on those celebrations, though, is it? Save one for us, Asha. Well, thousands of veterans are in Tampa for a national first. We're taking a look inside the American Legion convention that could impact vets across the country next. And showers moving across our area this Saturday morning. Meteorologist Mike Prangley is in our Weather Impact studio, timing out today's Weather Impact Alert in just 3 minutes. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay News this morning. I'm Jenny Dean. Right now, the future of Tampa's iconic Rusty Pelican restaurant, it's up in the air. The Rocky Point property's long-term lease has expired, and developers now want to put it in a luxury retail high-rise, complete with a new restaurant and so much more. Tampa City Council members gave the rezoning plan preliminary approval on Thursday. Some neighbors say they like the idea, but they do worry about safety, pointing to a lack of sidewalks that connect the project to the nearby Courtney Campbell Causeway. Now, the Rusty Pelican will remain open for now as the process moves forward. A final vote and public comment is set for September 18th, and if it's approved, developers say they would expect to break ground on the project in 2027. Well, this morning, Pinellas County is set to begin a major emergency beach nourishment project. After months of delays, the county says crews will start work in the coming days at Indian Shores, with sand being added to stretches of Sand Key, Treasure Island, and Upham Beach. 16 properties, though, will be skipped because owners have not granted temporary easements. Residents and visitors can expect sections of beach and parking to close while crews are in the area. The $125 million project is largely funded through the county's tourist development tax. Officials say the work is critical to shore up beaches, especially during hurricane season. We are certainly glad that we're not seeing anything in the tropics, meteorologist Mike Prangley, but we are seeing some rain in the area today. Thank you so much. Happening this weekend and into next week, the 106th National Convention of the American Legion is underway in Tampa for the first time ever. Thousands of veterans from across the country are gathering at the Tampa Convention Center for a week of conferences, training, and events. Organizers expect up to 8,000 attendees and estimate the event will funnel up to $20 million into Tampa's economy. Right now, Hillsborough County giving away mosquito fish to help fight the spread of mosquitoes. It comes just days after a locally acquired case of dengue fever was confirmed. The free event runs until noon at Northdale Park. Health and mosquito experts are on site answering questions and handing out fish to residents with backyard ponds or standing water, which you're going to want to keep an eye on with all of today's rain. And the map that you see right now on your screen, it's showing you where Hillsborough County is spraying to manage those mosquito populations. The red areas show spray regions by truck, and then the blue area shows where they're doing aerial sprays. This is for both planned and recently completed treatments. For a full list of the scheduled spray missions in your neighborhood, you can go to our website, 10tampabay.com. Well, a heads up, if you own a home in Hillsborough County, your 2025 property tax estimates, they're in the mail. These are trim notices, not your bill. They show your home's value as of January 1st and an estimate of what you'll owe when bills go out in November. One big change this year, the school tax that voters approved last fall. Also, keep in mind, if your house was uninhabitable for 30 days or more last year because of the hurricanes, you may qualify for a partial refund. And if you still had storm damage in January that is not reflected in your value, the property appraiser wants you to reach out. Well, a deadly shooting in Seminole, a shocking acid attack in Newport Richey, plus what sparked a fire that forced families from their homes. In just 3 minutes, the major stories that are developing across the Tampa Bay area. Plus, Our weather impact alert team is continuing to keep an eye on things throughout the afternoon. We have a final look at your wet weekend forecast coming up next. Coming up on 1024 for those just joining us this morning, let's take a look at today's top stories. Right now, Pinellas County deputies are investigating a domestic situation near Seminole. They tell us a man is dead after a shooting at a home on Anchorage Circle. This happened around 7 last night. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office says there was also a woman involved in that situation. Right now, she's recovering in the hospital and her injuries are not life-threatening. We're working to get more information about exactly what happened, and we'll bring it to you as soon as we get it. Also, right now, a woman is in jail accused of pouring sulfuric acid on a man. This happened Thursday afternoon at a home in Newport Richey. Police say Chun-Yang Hee called 911 admitting to what she did. Then when deputies arrived, they found the bedroom door barricaded and the man was inside with life-threatening chemical burns. And that man was airlifted to Tampa General in critical condition. Now, detectives say the evidence, including the purchase and use of chemicals, shows that the attack was planned. The woman you see here, Chun-Yang Hee, she was arrested and is now facing a charge of premeditated murder. Also right now, authorities not releasing how the two of them are related. They did, however, tell us that this was in response to a domestic incident. 10 people are out of their homes after neighbors say a lightning strike started a fire at the Palm Harbor Apartments. This happened on Tarpon Woods Boulevard as storms were moving through the area on Friday morning. Our weather impact team looked back at the radar in that area. It showed a lightning strike there at 10:47 a.m. No one was hurt, and while neighbors suspect lightning, investigators will still make the official determination. And we do want you to check this out because this video is probably some of the coolest I've seen in a while. A man was out just, taking some video on the beach when he captures a bobcat. This is near the Venice Fishing Pier in Sarasota County. Just look at that. Crazy. He was chasing a rabbit. Now, according to FWC, bobcats are one of only 2 wild cats found here in Florida. Panthers also found here, but they are endangered. Bobcats typically hunt at night, but FWC says it is not uncommon to see them during the day because they only sleep for about 2 to 3 hours at a time.
Yeah, but on a beach in Venice. So I'm thinking of Brooker Creek Preserve up near Keystone Road, but not on the beach.
And if he'd have just seen that and told everybody about it without videoing it, they'd have been like, it was just a big house cat.
It's a fish story.
But
it's real.
He has the video to prove it. That is crazy. All right, lots of rain happening all across the area. Meteorologist Mike Prangley's been watching this all morning.
You keep an eye on things because this pattern will repeat tomorrow, Jenny, with our next weather impact alert, and then things clear out with a much drier week by Tuesday.
Yes, and we'll be back with everyone tomorrow at 7 a.m. so that we can get you ready to go for the day and make sure you know what to expect. And of course, we're here with you all the time, streaming on 10 Tampa Bay Plus.